The twist in the £103 million Chelsea transfer reopens the door for Liverpool. According to reports, there has been a twist in Chelsea's potential deal for Enzo Fernandez. This could reopen the door for Liverpool. Portuguese sources claim that Enzo Fernandez could stay at Benfica beyond the January transfer window. Because Chelsea, who tried so hard to sign the player, will not pay the release clause. However, Benfica refuses to sell Enzo in this transfer window unless someone triggers this clause. A £103 million bid is required in this case, but the Blues are unwilling to pay it. Interestingly, Benfica now feels Chelsea have broken their word and are disappointed in their new stance. After all, they've been in talks for a while and it looks like they let Enzo talk to Chelsea. However, no agreement was reached in the negotiations. Famous transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed this. After the new meeting between Chelsea and Benfica for Enzo Fernandez, no agreement was reached. There is never a done deal, not a done deal as of now, he said. It seems that after the meetings and negotiations, there is still no agreement on the main details, the item and the payment terms. Liverpool have been linked to Enzo Fernandez for a while. The Argentine, who was already talented before the World Cup, showed this talent to the whole world after his World Cup performance and exploded. Liverpool were interested in many players, but it was rumored that the Argentine star was close to Chelsea. Now Marca and Ojogo claim Liverpool will move for Enzo. Only Chelsea jumped with what seemed like a great offer. Now, Liverpool is expected to knock on Benfica's door with a new move. Jude Bellingham is the primary target by all accounts. However, it is not realistic to shape the midfield with him alone. Of course, it is not easy for Enzo Fernandez to make a deal close to £100 million, but considering Liverpool's situation, it is necessary to spend this money. If the Argentinian player is still ready to move in during the summer, the door to Liverpool is really open. While Benfica may be willing to accept less after the season, Enzo is believed to be the best possible alternative to Bellingham. Given that the 21-year-old's talks with Chelsea have stalled, now Liverpool will keep him on their shortlist for what promises a great summer at Anfield. It is one of the possibilities that this move will not stay until the summer months. As it is known, while Klopp denied a midfield transfer at the beginning of the season, the Arthur Melo move came on the last day and the German manager admitted that he was wrong. Now it's clear that a midfielder is needed given Liverpool's form. While Klopp is closing the doors to a new transfer by saying that they will not play monopoly in the market, we can see a surprise transfer move from Liverpool, as in the past. Liverpool knocked on the door for Kolo Muani. According to information from French sources, Liverpool knocked on the door of Eintracht Frankfurt striker Randal Kolo Muani before the World Cup in Qatar. The 24-year-old player had a great performance in his first season with Frankfurt. He scored 8 goals and recorded 11 assists in 23 games. Manchester United are looking to sign him, but RMC Sport reveals that Liverpool are also in the loop for the former Nantes star. The Merseyside Giants asked about signing the 24-year-old ahead of the World Cup, and the report says his value rose from £44 million to £53 million as soon as he was called in to replace the injured Christophe Nkunku in the French squad. According to recent reports, Frankfurt is now planning to keep him until the end of the season. Because if it can maintain its current form, its price may increase even more. It was added that the player was very motivated to continue in the Bundesliga if Bayern Munich made an offer. Muani signed a contract with Frankfurt on a free transfer from Nantes last summer and has proven to be a terrific piece of work. His superb form earned him a late call to the France World Cup squad. He played a big role in the final stage of the tournament in Qatar. The striker scored his second goal in the semi-final match against Morocco 2-0. In the final against Argentina, he was the reason for the courageous struggle of France, which won the penalty of Kylian Mbappe's first goal. Despite being on the losing side, he got a lot of attention. Liverpool are mentioned as candidates to sign him, but a deal in January seems impossible after PSV Eindhoven's decision to sign star Cody Gakpo. The Dutchman can play anywhere offensively and has a great reputation after contributing high scores in PSV this season. Gakpo's arrival could end all discussions of Muani's transfer this month. However, Liverpool could take a fresh approach next summer if they still have a contract with Frankfurt. Jürgen Klopp may have completed this role as Roberto Firmino's heir, signing Kolo Muani from Frankfurt in the summer. Kolo Muani could be a similar type of striker as Origi, as he is unlikely to score 30 goals in a season at Anfield. But it can provide a great balance between scoring and creativity. The French shooter has scored just 5 goals in 14 Bundesliga games this season, but has produced an impressive 9 assists while creating 1.4 chances per game and a total of 6 big chances for his teammates. The striker, described as solid and all-round by Frankfurt board member Markus Krosch, has proven that he can score goals in a major European league. It's still 24 years old and has time to evolve. This means that he will be a long-term signing for the club. Klopp can work with the duel on the training ground to help him fulfill his potential, and so the French player could be the dream heir to Firmino's throne, whether he joins now or in the summer. It seems likely that the German club will hold him with the chance of a much higher wage in July, when the likes of Manchester United may also be vying for the signing. Liverpool's first breakup has been announced. Contract talks with Liverpool midfielder Naby Keita have dwindled in recent months, according to journalist Paul Gorst. The reporter was questioned about the 27-year-old player's deal. According to his current contract, the former Leipzig man's contract expires at the end of June. Gorst said, "I haven't actually heard much about Keita's contract status for a while. I know that Ward met with Keita's manager in Spain over the summer, but given his injury until recently, I don't think Klopp would want to keep him in the team. I think it might be best for both sides to part ways this summer in all honesty," said. Keita had high hopes after arriving at Anfield with a £53 million deal. While there were brilliant images from the Guinea international, his overall tenure at Merseyside was plagued with injuries. The midfielder has only played 121 times for Liverpool in his nearly 5.5 years at the club. The 27-year-old has made only 3 Premier League appearances this season, as he has been unavailable due to hamstring and muscle injuries so far. Jürgen Klopp is definitely a big fan of Keita. He described her last term as extraordinary. Despite this, he stands at a point where the club needs to be weighed down to reduce losses. If the player can show they can maintain their fitness, it will be a difficult decision for the Reds to make. But that's not the case right now, so there's a real chance Keita will leave the club in the summer. It is also reported that the club is considering a divestment plan in January to cover part of the transfer fee paid to him. Dortmund and Leipzig took care of Keita during the summer months. It is not yet clear at what stage this interest is at the moment, but the evaluation of the official offer to the club is considered certain. Keita had the most appearances in his Liverpool career last season. Expectations were much higher for him this season, and Klopp was expected to become a top-team player, putting it on top of last season. However, the Guinean player has struggled with injuries and has spent almost half of this season with injuries. It will take some time to recover his form, and Liverpool need ready players. Keita has had some impressive performances during healthy periods, but has never proven himself to be a name to be relied upon for a season. It looks like it will be the amount spent on the transfer fee that is bad for Liverpool.